Alright everyone, welcome. This is Hannibal of Carthage, and welcome to another Rome Total War multiplayer battle. Today I'll be playing as the Scipii Romans, and this is a 2 versus 2 battle, and my ally is the Greek city-states. So, my army consists of 2 of these legionary first cohorts, 8 urban cohorts, and then 4 archer auxilia, 5 Praetorian cavalry back here, and 1 Roman armored general. So, but my general isn't actually in that unit. He's right here. There he is. But I mean, this is kind of just, I chose it to represent technically where my general would be. My ally, he has, let's see here, 6 Cretan archers, which are really good archers, 10 Spartan hoplites, and they're fully upgraded, and 4 units of onagers. Alright, so those are our armies, and we'll cut back in when I can show you our opponent's armies. Alright, so our opponents are Macedon and the Julii Romans, and Macedon brought 1 unit of peasants here. He has 2 units of royal pikemen in the back, 5 units of Cretan archers, and then a whole bunch of cavalry, which include 2 units of his Macedonian cavalry, 7 units of these companion cavalry, which are his main cavalry force, all back here, and 2 units of these Greek cavalry, which are light cav. Oh, and he does have 1 unit of a general's armored bodyguard, though it doesn't seem like his general is in that unit. Oh, yep, he is right there. Looks pretty cool. Alright, and then the Julii Romans, they brought 4 units of Triarii, which they have 2 on each side to protect the flanks. 1 unit of heavy onagers. They have 2 units of archer auxilia. Their main body of infantry is 6 units of legionary first cohorts. For cav, they have 4 units of Praetorian cavalry and 1 unit of Roman armored general, with his general in it. Alright. Okay, so immediately as the battle starts, the Macedonian player, because he didn't bring very much infantry, he rushes over to where the Roman player is set up to basically combine their armies into one. So he's rushing his archers over there and his infantry. And he has the majority of the cavalry, and the Roman player has basically the majority of the infantry. So, kind of interesting to see how they played this, but it's gonna be a little slow at first because I'll probably cut out some parts because like both me and my ally just kind of slowly move up, and my ally actually engages them long before I do, because I was still fairly new and really cautious playing online, and there were a couple times where I should have taken an opportunity to attack their flank when I didn't, because it was wide open, but instead of running my troops, I just decided to walk them the whole way. So anyways, alright, so they're still combining their army together. I mean, it's a good strategy. So his onagers are about to fire. I don't think they hit anything this time, but oh yeah, no, I guess not. He will cause some damage on my allies' archers though with his onagers. Alright, so both of their armies are combined, and he has put his troops, and the Roman players put his troops into testudo formation to protect against all of my allies' archers, and he's still lobbing shots at him. Pretty soon here, my allies going to start firing back. And the Macedonian player had rushed his peasants who were all the way over there across, running them at these guys, the Greek players' archers. In the meantime, my archers are taking a nice little toll on him too, as you can see. These guys have left a string of men all across, but then they kind of get out of range. It was a good idea actually trying to run peasants into these archers, because honestly, they're about the same strength when it comes to melee. Archers aren't that much greater than peasants. But then these guys were out because of the amount of enemies facing them and the casualties they've taken. And I'm continuing to move my army up, and they're both blazing away at each other with their respective onagers. He's taking his men out of testudo formation, and it's better protect himself, because that guy's onagers could just destroy his testudo formations, because it's small and clumped up, so you can take out a lot. And it looks like the Roman players' onagers have been taken out. Alright, so now the Roman and Macedonian players' archers have opened up, and they're firing down on my allies' archers. The peasants are back. So there's just fire and flames going everywhere. Meantime, I'm just kind of minding my own business, slowly walking. But I do have like the right idea, is to get on this guy's flank, which is pretty much open. Ooh, he just got some of his own men there. That looks like it'd be a nice little hit. Oh, kinda, yeah. He got some. Here's the Macedonian players' Greek cavalry. Got around the infantry, and those Spartans have no chance of catching up. My ally managed to actually hit the Julii Romans general unit and kill him. So the Roman player got his Praetorians around my allies' onagers and archers, which take them out. So a couple mistakes I made is I didn't need my men to be so spread out. Yeah. And I should have been, this flank is wide open. I should be rushing them right now at them. But instead, my army is really spread out and in both distance and from each other, as you can tell. But, so yeah, I made a couple kind of big mistakes here, but it worked out in the end. It just could have gone a little faster. In the meantime, my ally is engaged with the Macedonian player and his royal pikemen, and the Macedonian player is just bringing all of his cavalry down onto my allies, Spartans there. Usually you don't want to send cavalry straight into pikes, but that much cavalry, you're going to take out those units, even if you're going to lose a lot in the process. Especially with companion cav and stuff like that, because they're really good. But he still has a decent amount of pikemen left. So now I'm finally engaged. I've rushed in to his flank, and I'm
allies has been slain.
I'm taking out. See, I took out his flank here.
Us, but harder still for his own people.
I have just a ton of infantry moving in on the flank, which will break it, but my archers are going at it themselves. And now I'm rushing in my cavalry. I was still really new here, but between my cavalry and my infantry, that flank is pretty much destroyed. But then he brings in his cavalry, so I'm kind of rushing Lionel, trying to get it over there, but it just becomes like a giant blob between all four of our armies. But I seem to have the most troops left that aren't breaking, so that's pretty much why it worked out as well as it did. I don't know. I mean, look at that. Just giant blob of troops. Alright, his, what remains of his cavalry is running. I have some left. There we go, my infantry is moving out from that blob. Some Romans running. And then my ally actually does have some infantry left. But as you can see, really bloody battle. So the Roman player, the Julii Roman player, he got his cavalry and hit my archers and took them out. So I'm moving my cavalry, what's left of it, back into him, but he's going to win that fight. I'm going to take out a fair amount of him though, of his Praetorian cav. And what's left of my archers are trying to fire into his a little bit, but they'll get taken out too. And as you can see, like, I mean, there's this whole area is just covered in bodies of all sides. I wasn't fighting over here as much, so I mean, this is over here. It's mostly Macedon and Greek bodies, and then over here it's just like everybody.
Is in flight. Pursue them and drive them from the battlefield.
So the Macedonian player has lost all of his units. They're all either dead or routing. I'm slowly losing this fight over here, and it's kind of ridiculous, but I'm just rushing my giant blob of infantry wherever there are enemies. My ally is being smart and like moving individual units around to try to flank and stuff like that, but yeah, like I said, I was still new when I did this battle, and so I wasn't controlling my army as like individual units, like as much as just like infantry will go here, cavalry will go here, etc. Whereas now I kind of realized if I could have, you know, I have so much infantry, I could have sent some into these guys and sent some around to hit them from behind, but that's exactly what my ally is doing. So like I said, it works out. I mean, we pretty much have this battle won now. It's just that my strategy wasn't the best because I was still fairly new. But the important thing is that we end up winning. And so now the Roman player has finished cleaning up the rest of my cavalry over here, and is bringing what's left of his over here. My ally still has a couple archers firing. They're not doing too much damage though. And he's hitting my infantry from behind. But like I said, because I still have so much of it, and he doesn't have enough troops to put enough pressure on like all of my sides, that they're not going to break. And my ally, like I said, he still has some of his infantry left, and they are Spartans who are fully upgraded. And so, I mean, already his troops are starting to break, and Alright, so like I said, my opponent, he tried, but even then he's running. My ally was really helpful. He brought in some of his own units behind. Even the Julii tried to do the same thing to me. All of his cavalry is running. All of the Julii's infantry is now running. These guys came back from running, but no, there he goes.
And this day is clearly our victory.
The Julii Roman admitted defeat. And alright, let's see what we got going on here. I deployed 1,519 troops and had 1,165 kills with 957 remaining. My ally deployed 1,409 with 1,377 kills and had 440 men remaining. The Julii Roman had 1,603 men deployed with 1,107 kills with 258 men remaining, and the Macedonian player had 1,381 men deployed with 613 kills and 141 men remaining. So, good game to everyone who played. My ally Leonidas of Sparta, and the enemies Hector, who was Julii, and Crazy Man, who played as the Macedonians. Good game to them, and if you like the video, please like and subscribe, and watch for more content. Thanks.